guys. Oh my goodness. So we're going to try this again. There was a weird spammer like commenting on that, and that was a little awkward. So anyways, hello, happy Friday. I'm so excited to be here talking to you, sharing a little bit of my heart. I'm going to be very honest. I had no idea what I wanted to talk about today. I've been thinking all morning, what exactly do you have to say to them? What do you want to say today, Friday? And I was like, but it's a holiday weekend. And the thing that I'm seeing in my group is a lot of girls who are like, oh my gosh, what do I even do now? Like, what am I going to do for the holiday? And it takes me back to when I started my journey. And of course, I'm going to talk to you about health and fitness because that's what I do. That's what got me to where I am when it comes to dreaming bigger. We all have our starting point. We all have a place where we begin in our journeys, in our life, where we start to see the bigger picture of, okay, this is so much more than just living. This is a life worth working towards. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys today. Before, I would get plugged into a group, and then it would be like 30 days, 21 days, whatever, and then be done, and I would give up. Or I would do great Monday through Friday, and then the weekend came along, and I was like, it's the weekend, I'm going to party, it's okay. And I would just give up. So today, what I want to talk to you guys about is commitment and consistency, because so many times people want to work towards big goals. They want to work towards making whatever happen, whether that's weight loss, whether that's rocking your coach business, whether that's hitting a debt-free goal, whether that's whatever it may be. We are all like, yes, I'm going to make this happen. And you put it out there January 1st. It's like, oh yeah, I've got all these big goals. This is what my vision board's going to look like. This is what I want to accomplish by the end of the year. And then you get a couple weeks in and it's like, well, that's hard. I don't know if I want to do that today. Oh, today I don't feel good. Oh, guess what? It's a party. Oh, guess what? This comes up. Oh, something happened at school. Oh, I got to take care of my kid. Whatever happens, life happens. Let's just be real. Life happens. And it pushes you and you're like, you know, that goal's fun, but today I don't want to work towards it. That goal's fun, but today life is just happening and I need to step away. You know, that goal is really cool, but I have an entire year to make it happen. That goal is really cool, but this ice cream looks 100 times better. Or those alcoholic drinks are calling my name. And so instead of working towards your goal that day, you give yourself an out. You say, I don't have to because that goal will still be there later. But I'm here to tell you, if you want to reach that goal, it doesn't take just showing up on the easy days. It takes consistency to show up every single day. And you will never, ever, ever hear me tell you as a health and fitness coach, like, never live, never have popcorn or ice cream or pizza or a beer again. Like, I'm just not going to say that. That's not my jam. I find enjoyment from food. So what I want to tell you instead is to be cautious of your decisions. Every little thing matters. If you've never read the book Compound Effect, oh my gosh, girl, you are missing out, because that book right there changed my life. When I was able to look at the big picture long term, that's when I realized that every little thing that I was doing mattered. That's when I realized that giving up on my health goals on the weekends was what was stopping me from being successful. Giving up on my business goals at the end, like once I hit, my goals for the month and I was just sitting back relaxing, that's when my bigger dream, my bigger vision was stopping, because I was stopping. I wasn't continuing to move forward. I was saying, nope, I'm good. I don't want to work towards that today. And so that stopped me. It put up this brick wall. And as soon as I was creating that momentum, creating those steps forward, I stopped myself, because I didn't want to work towards that today. And I need you to ask yourself, is that what you're doing? Do you keep stopping yourself from being successful because today's a hard day? Do you keep stopping yourself from being successful because you'd much rather have a beer? I want you to look long term. In a year from now, whatever your goals may look like, whether they are financial goals, whether they are travel goals, whether they are fitness goals, whether they are coaching goals, whether they are business goals, whatever goals they are, if you want that to happen a year from now, how many days are you going to show up and have to do the unsexy little things every single day to move that goal forward? Every single day. Because the day that you stop, you're taking 4 steps back. If your goal is to lose 20 pounds, and you show up, you give it your all Monday through Friday. You do the best you can, but on Saturday and Sunday you binge and you eat crap and you don't work out and you don't put the positive stuff into your body, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go right back to where you were on Monday of last week because you're stopping yourself. That momentum that you've created comes to a screeching halt and you got to start all over again. So what I want to talk to you about today is consistency and showing up every single day, even especially on the days you don't want to. It's a holiday weekend. And in my group, I have a lot of my girls who are like, well, it's the weekend. I'm just going to hang out. I'm just going to do my things. I'm going to have fun. Or they're asking, okay, it's the holiday weekend. What am I going to do? Because I'm going to be around alcohol and I'm going to be around food and I'm going to be around all these and I'm going to be busy camping and I don't know if I can do my workout. What do I do? And my biggest piece of advice, keep your routine. Keep doing what you're doing. Moderation. If you want to have a beer, have one beer and be good with it. And if you're that person who's like, but I can't just have one beer, I need all the beers. I'm going to tell you, well, girl, that's a whole nother problem. If you can't not have a beer for a weekend, that's a much bigger problem. You have to realize that that problem is in all aspects of your life, though. It's not just an alcohol problem. Maybe it's a food problem. Maybe you're like, but I can't say no to all these desserts. If you can't say no, that's a much bigger problem, friend. Maybe if your goal is a financial goal and you're like, but I have to go shopping this weekend and I have to spend this money because buying things make me feel better. Well, that's a much bigger problem. And I need you to really think about your life in that aspect. Can you say no to something? Because if not, and it's actually controlling your life, that's a much bigger problem. So what I want you to do is start practicing this self-control. And I want you to ask yourself with every single decision, is this putting me one step closer to my goal or one step farther away? And I know there are times when I'm like, well, I want to be healthy and happy, but I also want ice cream. And I'm going to ask myself in those situations, is this blessing me or is this not? If I just need ice cream because I want to go binge in front of the TV because I'm stressed out and I just need sugar, of course that's not blessing me. And I'm going to say, no, this is not a good, healthy decision. But if my family wants to go on a day date and we just want to get out and we just want to go on an adventure and we just want to sit down and make a memory, then I'm going to say yes. Because I'm not eating that ice cream out of hurt or unnecessary. I'm doing it because I want to, just because I want to. And I think that's the difference. Sometimes we make decisions just to make a decision, just to have the food, just to drink the beer, just to spend the money. And we aren't actually doing it because it blesses us or we actually want that. We're doing it for the quick happiness result right now. We're doing it for the quick fulfillment in this moment. And you have to realize those goals that you want long term are not quick. They're not easy. They take hard work and they take decisions every single day. So maybe you want a beer. Okay, have a beer and be happy. Maybe you want that shirt so bad. Okay, buy the shirt and nothing else. Obviously, when I talk about goals, I'm going to talk about them on a broad platform because my goals may not be your goals. And that's okay. And that's what I need you to understand. You have to learn what feels right here. And you have to learn the self-control and self-discipline. Because I can give you all the tools and I can tell you all these things and I can say, girl, you can do it. This is what worked for me. But until you dig down deep in here and you figure out what actually makes you happy, what actually matters to you, and how important those goals actually are, nothing I say will ever matter. So I want you to look at your big long-term goal. Maybe you're in this coaching business and that's to earn enough to stay home with your family, or move your family across the country, or earn enough money so your husband can go find whatever job he wants. Are you showing up every day for your business, for your health, to share this with other people? Because if not, well, girl, you're stopping yourself. That momentum, you're stopping. And maybe you get discouraged because you're not reaching that health goal, that 20-pound goal that you've been pushing so hard for, and you're just not there. I'm going to tell you, are you showing up every single day, eating right, drinking your water, and working out? Because if you say yes, I'm going to say, okay, good. Be patient. Your getting there. It's not, none of this, if you're dreaming big, is going to be an overnight success. And that's what I need you to know. Anything worth having in life takes a lot of hard work. So if you want this, it doesn't mean showing up Monday through Friday. It means showing up even on the weekends. It means showing up on the days you don't want to. It means showing up despite everything else that could be going wrong in your life. If you want something, you have to show up for you. You have to be willing to work hard for you. And why am I saying for you? Because if you set this goal to lose 20 pounds, to save $1,000, to earn $1,000 in a week, unless it's for a good reason right here, that's not going to happen. Unless you can get real with why you actually want that, it's not going to happen. So today, I wanted to talk about consistency because I need you to realize it's not showing up just one day that's going to reach your goal. It's being consistent and showing up daily for yourself, for that goal that you have, for whatever you want to accomplish a year from now. It starts today, and it starts showing up, being consistent, being yourself, celebrating you, and never giving up on your goal. Because even being consistent, even showing up every single day of the week, even doing the best that you can to support yourself and cheer yourself on, you're going to have hard days, and you're going to have days when people that you want to believe in you are not going to believe in you. And maybe that's your husband who brings home extra large Dairy Queen Blizzard and a big pizza for you to eat. And there's going to be a day where you have to say, honey, I love you and thank you so much, but I don't want that right now. I don't need that. That's not getting me to my goal. And there's going to be a day when you're pushing for that financial goal to pay off that debt, to build up that emergency fund, and you're going to see this cute ad that comes across Facebook or Instagram because you know, they are in your head and they know exactly what you want. And it's going to come up and you're going to be like, oh, I need that so much. Like, I love Harry Potter. That's my favorite shirt ever. Like, I need that shirt. I've got to buy it. I don't care if it's $50. I've got to have it. It's so cute. And you're going to have to ask yourself, okay, is this blessing me? Is this going to help me reach that savings goal? Is this going to help me pay off my credit card debt? And if it's not, guess what? You've got to learn to say no. And if you can't say no and fight for what you want's never going to happen, friend. If you're not willing to show up and say no and make sacrifices and go through the hard work that it takes to make that goal happen, it's never going to happen. It's going to be so easy to give up when things get hard. And that's why consistency is key. Because when so many people ask me, motivation, where do you get it? I don't get motivation. I'm consistent. And when I'm consistent working towards my goals because I'm determined to make them happen, it becomes a habit. And that's what I want you to create. I want you to create this consistency working towards your goals. I want you to wake up every single morning and I want you to say, okay, I want to be. This is what I want to accomplish. I am this. I will do this. I want you to tell yourself that every single morning so that you believe it within every inch of your body and you know that it's going to happen. So that you can be consistent in saying, I will not eat that pizza because I will lose 20 pounds. I will not spend the money on that t-shirt because I will pay off my credit card debt. When you can instead I will yourself into being consistent, that's when everything falls into place. That's when all this starts happening. That's when it becomes a habit. And when you create these habits, this consistency, this showing up every single day for what you will become, that's when these big dreams and goals happen. That energy that you put around that is what pays off. That's what moves it forward. So it's a holiday weekend, and I don't know what your goal is. Maybe your goal is to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to challenge you, is getting drunk all 4 days and eating all the food all 4 days gonna bless you? Is that gonna get you one step closer to your goal? If your goal, oh my gosh, it's so hot out here. If your goal is to save $1,000 or pay off your credit card debt, is going on a lavish vacation this weekend, going out to the bars all weekend, going out to eat all weekend, whatever it may be, going on a shopping spree because you know everything's going to be on sale, is that going to put you towards your goal of paying off your credit card debt or building up that savings fund? If your goal is to be an amazing, successful coach to help people change their lives, if your goal is to show up for your business, maybe you're an MLM, for your business and move it forward, is unplugging for 4 days and stepping away and not helping anyone and not showing up for your own health and fitness or not showing up for your own business, is that going to move it forward? If you want to reach those hard goals, if you want to make that success happen, it means showing up no matter what. No matter what. You have to show up and you have to move yourself forward. You have to show up and you have to be willing to say, this is more important to me. So, being consistent literally comes down to asking that question within every minute of every day. Is this a priority to me? Is this going to move me one step closer to your goal? Does this matter? Because January 1st is awesome. It can create this big, huge, amazing fire in your heart to see where you want to be a year from now. Friends, we're 5 months in. Do you still have that same fire? Do you still have that same heart? Because if not, I'm going to ask you, where was the disconnect? What are you pushing towards? And maybe you still have that, but you were just unplugged. I'm going to ask you, okay, dust off your shit. What do you have to do to make it happen? How can we create that momentum again? And that momentum is created through consistency, through showing up every single day for what you want. So, today, it's a Friday of a holiday. All the things are happening. Life is happening. And I'm going to ask you, look back to your goals that you set in January. What was your vision? What do you want to accomplish? Are you anywhere closer to it? Do you want to be closer to it than you are right now? Because if so, are you willing to be consistent on the hard days through a holiday weekend and show up for yourself? Maybe you're one of my challengers, and I'm talking to you. You had a goal of losing weight, of feeling confident in your bikini, of feeling amazing from the inside out, of loving your damn self. Is binging this weekend and throwing all your hard work in the trash working towards that goal? Because I need you to ask yourself, I know that you matter. I know that you deserve this. But do you know that you matter? Do you know that you deserve this? Those big goals that you made are possible. And I know you can do this. And I know it's hard. And I know it's unsexy. And I know it's boring doing the same things every single day. And I know it's hard work showing up when you don't want to, or when you don't feel good, or when you're just down. That's when it matters, friend. That's when it matters, when you can stand up for yourself, even in the smallest moment, and say, sorry, Grandma, you have the best apple pie, but I do not want to eat that today because I have big goals. That's when this life is going to change. That's when everything will change for you. When you can sit there and say, you know, I can go to this barbecue without having a beer. I'm okay. That's when those health goals are going to start falling into place. You need to show up for you, and you need to be willing to say, I can do this for me because I deserve this. When you're able to do that, when you start showing up every day, reminding yourself what you want, why it's important, and how you can make it happen, that's when everything will fall into place. So, happy Friday. I hope this is a good challenge for you to kind of think about where you're at, where you're going to go from here, and what you have to do every single day to make it happen. And maybe you need a shoulder to lean on, someone for that support, someone to put a fire up under your butt and make you friggin' do the things. That's what I'm here for. I want to make you keep moving towards those goals. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself, because you deserve the happiness. You deserve, at the end of this year, to be proud of the hard work that you've done working towards you. Happy Friday, friends.